Hello and welcome to another episode of What Do You Call It? Podcast. I'm your host, GB. Today's guest is not just one of the best talents in the Midlands. I like to say he's one of the best talents in the UK scene right now. Please give it up for the unpredictable CJ Rawlings. How you doing today, mate? You all good?
I am wonderful, man. What about you?
Yeah, I'm all right. As I was saying just before, trying to get some sympathy there as well. Hey, was playing up. I get it quite a lot. I've got my tablets with me just to show.
Mate, always got to be
Um,
prepared, man.
That's it, man. I'm quite lucky as well at the time of recording that I don't really have any plans for the rest of the evening. So it's all good. But this will make me feel better getting to talk to you. We've had to rearrange, but I do appreciate it, my mate, my man.
No,
So if I do start coughing or sneezing, do apologise. But we will
not a
get through
problem.
this and it's going to be a good episode. Um, Before I rewind the clocks and discover what made you a fan and what got you into wrestling, what made you the wrestler you are today, um, I want to talk about a heated rivalry that you have with man like Darius. So you're going to be facing off at the end of the month. Big
Yeah,
match, Wrestle Carnival Championship for Wrestle Carnival. And I know you're looking forward to it. You've been promoted quite well, so have they. But there's a lot more to this than just being a title match, than it just being a match, including like your ran egotistical prick. To see your face right
yeah,
now,
man.
I know you've got stuff to say, man. So I'm not going to be too long-winded with this question, but I want you to tell those that are going to be in attendance, those that are going to be watching online, and most importantly, the Wrestle Carnival champion himself, Man at the Reese, what can they all expect?
See, I don't know how to do this and still seem likable. Fact of the matter is, I don't like Darius. I think he's an egotistical prick. I
Mm,
think he'll tell people what they want to hear so he can take money off them.
yeah.
And I want to shut his mouth, and it's going to be brutal. He doesn't know what he's getting in there with. Like when I'm this motivated, because for
Mm,
him, if Darius he loses his championship, he keeps living his dream. As I said, he keeps living his dream. He keeps going to all these shows,
hmm.
gets to live his dream every day of the week. Um, if I lose, I fall down the card and I'm
Yeah.
forgotten about, and I can't let that
That's the
happen.
square one, fortunately.
So I will do anything. There isn't a thing I won't do
Mm,
to walk away with that championship. So I don't expect a match. Don't expect a technical classic. Look, it's going to be a fight
mm.
just from the get go. As soon as that bell rings, I'm punching him square in the jaw, and we're having a scrap. And only one of us is going to walk out there, and only one of us is going to be the Wrestle Carnival champion.
I'm looking forward to the outcome of the match and then watching it
We,
eventually because
we've
there's
got to
actually a
change this topic,
documentary.
man, because no
What's
one's
that?
going to like me after this. I
No,
said
no,
we've
no.
got
I
to
can
change
see,
this
I can see you're
topic,
getting
bro.
heated, man. There's one thing I do want to sort of touch on is the documentary that came out between you two.
Yeah,
It's like, I think it's about 10, 15 minutes long on Wrestle Carnival's YouTube. And you get a real insight, not just to the lyrical dragon, but you, CJ Rollins. So the fans can learn a bit more about you and your hate. I know you kind of gave me a brief and sort of an overview of why you don't like him, what you're going to do. But I do highly recommend anyone check it out and just to see this real heated rivalry that you two have. You just do not like the man.
no, man, no, not at all, not at all, not from day one. Like we're not friends.
Mm.
We don't talk. He's not my boy. It's very very real and it's very very personal. And
Please
that
respect him
documentary,
as an athlete.
I respect him as an athlete. I think he's absolutely tremendous. It's I just feel like he's got everybody fooled,
Mm.
and I'm going to expose him one day. And that day is going to be July 30th when I walk away with that championship.
How are you going to celebrate quickly? Just wrap this up.
How am I going to celebrate? I'm going to stand there with the Wrestle Carnival Championship on my shoulder, cigar in my mouth.
Nice.
We're going to capture the moment with a picture. And yeah, man, I'm gonna finally have that cheat day, smoke a cigar, and gloat on Instagram.
Hopefully the fire marshals are there, just in case.
I'll go outside if they're gonna kick off.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We have a smoking ban in the UK. Just
yeah,
FYI for
yeah.
those that are just really confused by what I just said.
To be fair, HMV Empire has an absolutely lovely like smoking area,
Yeah,
gorgeous. So I'll be sitting there smoking a cigar, championship on my shoulder, and I'll
nice.
make sure the cigar has a red band as well, like a red and gold band, just so I can rub it in that little bit more.
I like it, man. I like it. Well, Good luck to you, though. I know it's a few weeks away, but I think there's still tickets, just a few left. If anyone is in
Yeah,
the area, Coventry, go check it out, and it'll be a good card as well.
yeah, man. Promo code Rawlings for 10%
Ah,
off.
there- there-
Promo code Rawlings,
yep,
10% off.
nice, nice. That's how you sell yourself and the business and the card. Love it. You're a pro at this. You're a pro.
That's right.
This past week, all I've heard is Derice. Derice is on SmackDown. Derice, fucking Derice! As if he was the only person on the UK scene on SmackDown last Friday. And that's just it. If Derice loses the Wrestle Carnival Championship, he carries on about his life. He goes to SmackDown. He keeps living his dream. If I lose this championship opportunity, I fade away into obscurity. I fall down the cards and then I'm forgotten about, and I cannot let that happen. So I will sink to any lengths I need to walk away with that championship. I will die for that championship. I will bleed everywhere for that championship. I will leave Derice in a pool of his own blood to walk away with that championship. This isn't a game to me. Not anymore. On July 30th, this is all I have. And I'm gonna slay the fucking dragon.
One thing that's kind of that stands out about you is, and I think it's awesome, is the upper body tattoo you have. It's really cool. Actually, I'm not going to say, can you show it? But if someone goes to your social media, which I will point them there at the end of the interview, they're going to notice it straight away. What inspired you to get that? It's huge. It must have taken hours. And
I lost a very big bet.
Oh, that was a bet.
No, I'm joking. Nah, so I wanted to get a Valkyrie piece, and it was only meant to be this big.
Yeah.
But my boy Aaron at Park Street Tattoos, he showed me the stencil, and he was like, "Have you got any plans for your stomach?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Sick." And we put the stencil on, and I was just like, "This is so eye-catching! Like, you can literally see it from the back of a room."
Oh,
and it just helps me stand out. It's still not even finished, to be fair. I've just before Carnival on the 22nd, I'm getting the crown finished on it.
Yeah,
because I did 2 8-hour sessions on it, and
hours so far.
Yeah, and just need that couple of hours to finish it. But yeah, it helps me stand out, and it's just
cool.
It's just brave and bold, and it's just his style to a T. So absolutely love it. Proud to wear it.
Eye-catching. It's you now. It has become your identity.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
It's awesome, man. I don't think I could do it. I just don't think I've got the bottle. I mean, I've got to see a few there, but like, I don't know, like 2-3 hours each or whatever. But massive respect to you for doing that.
Thank you, bro. It was all the worst places as well. So like collarbone, ribs. Oh. I got my nipples blacked out as well because I had fat boy nipples in it. So I thought, get this tattoo as well. It goes over them. 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, legit. I was a fat kid, man.
I saw your weight loss, man. That is incredible. By the way, I will go back to the wrestling with 1 o'clock, but like just your transition, I think you've been very open about it as well. Just
absolutely, man.
Really inspiring. That is. Like, I'm not trying to be disingenuous. Then I used to be the fat kid in school. Got picked on. My nickname was Bubbly, Professor, and you name it, man. Like,
yeah. Nah, it's crazy, man. But you use that as motivation later on.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool, like all the people that would call me all like names and stuff, like because they found out I was training to wrestle at 14, and I was still at school, and I was very unathletic looking. I was as wide as I was tall. I had some next Bieber fringe going on, and I used to sit there in science, and then this guy, I won't mention his name, but he used to sit there going, "Huh, Rey Mysterio, huh, Rey Mysterio, huh, Rey Mysterio, huh, Rey Mysterio," and I was like, for fuck's sake, man. Like, I failed science because of that dickhead, man, I swear. And then this girl piped up and she was like, "Huh, Rey Mysterio," and he went, "Shut up, Mark Henry." And I was like, oh, but I was like the only one who got it. And then I giggled and he was like, "Shut up, Ray." I was like, okay.
Just when you put him on your side, shut up, Ray. He sounds like a knob. but
Oh, dude, absolute dickhead. Absolute dickhead. But who's laughing now, man? Like, you know.
Damn right, mate. Damn right. Like you're doing it, man. And he's probably still like insulting someone as Rey Mysterio because they like wrestling and doing fuck
I
all for
hope
himself.
so. I mean,
If you do find out his name, just let me know. Like just
I've got your back, man. I've got your back. I'll hook you up after this. I'll link you up
on the
to his
podcast and just have him 20 minutes. Rey Mysterio. Oh,
The worst part is, man, like
yeah,
he could have picked a worse wrestler, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Colin Delaney, dickhead. Like, nah, Rey Mysterio.
Really?
Nah, Colin Delaney's a sick guy, to be fair. But you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
He picked one of the biggest stars going at the time.
Yeah. You should just be like, oh, Barry Horowitz, something. Or I'm shut now at my age. Fucking hell. I just can't stop thinking now. Rey Mysterio. I'm going to rewind the clocks a bit further than your mate in school being a knob. When did you get into wrestling?
So I got into it through playing the games.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown versus Raw 2006. I was like, this is sick. I couldn't figure out what to do. I kept pressing triangle, kept running, falling over, and I'm like, this is wrestling, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
And then I thought I hacked the system, and I was like, well, all these people paying for pay-per-view, I'm just going to put computer versus computer and just watch that. And then I went on
I've never heard before.
Then I went on LimeWire and I downloaded Mankind versus The Undertaker, and I was like, holy shit, like this is actually cool.
Can you just quickly explain LimeWire? Because there's going to be listeners out there that don't have a fucking clue what that is.
Okay, so like essentially it's just pirated videos that you download from like a torrent.
Yeah.
And I'm very open about being a LimeWire master and a bit of a criminal when I was 11, you know what I'm saying? And I just downloaded the most random matches.
Yeah.
And the first one happened to be Undertaker and Mankind with a cell, and I was like,
it's just like the video game.
This is what I want to do. Like, this is so sick. And then randomly, Hogan and Andre, WrestleMania 3, and I was like, this is a little bit less sick, but sick nonetheless. So, and then then I saw Jeff Hardy, and then it kind of, the obsession just grew from there. Like seeing the Hardy Boys, how cool they were, throwing themselves off stuff. I was like, yeah, that's me. There seems to be a bit of a theme going on here, which is people throwing themselves off high things.
Well, that's something got planned in the the HMV venue at the end of the month.
Yeah, man. I'll find something high to throw him off.
Speak to Gary, see what he can do.
Scaffold match, yeah? Nah, they're shit, they are.
Oh man, that's so cool that you did that though. Like you had computer versus computer watching it as a match. I've never, surprisingly, never heard that before.
I was a stupid kid, man, because like it wasn't entertaining whatsoever. It was just like computer generated men falling over in their pants. It was quite something. But you know, at the time I was like, I'm such a sick guy. No, I'm not. I'm a twat who couldn't play it. Just wasn't good enough to win a match, and I got fed up in reality. Kind of like my wrestling career, really.
That's quality, man. That's brilliant. When did you know you want to become a professional wrestler? So I'm trying to laugh. Not about you becoming a wrestler. So.
As soon as I saw Mankind fall off the cell, it was like a light bulb moment. Legit, I was like, "This is really cool. I would love to do this." And quite clearly, at 5 foot and 5 foot wide with a bowl cut, this is the build of the next WWE champion.
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to do that? And then I saw an advert in a newspaper for AWW wrestling, but they would only take you if you were 14 and above. And so I had to wait a couple of years.
Yeah.
And eventually I walked in, pretty much the same build, maybe a little bit bigger, actually. I was quite the chunker. And I went in, and they were just like, yeah, this kid's not going to last like a day.
Just blow my nose. So I'm still listening.
Oh, mate, knock yourself out, man. I'm like an uncool Kurt Cobain right now. Douche flute Kurt Cobain.
I'm just going to put an advert in between that. That's fine. Not much to keep it, but that's cool. So Kurt, CJ.
Yeah.
You were saying about WWE.
WWE. Was I?
What got you into wrestling? So what? No, so
Oh.
what inspired you to become pro wrestler? When did you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mankind going off the cell. I was
Yeah.
like, that was light bulbs. Seeing Jeff Hardy, the connection with the audience.
Yeah.
And so you know, Royal Rumble 2008.
Mm-hmm.
You know that band that did the one guy in the band that did really, really terrible things. And
Best band
it
I ever
was the
saw
Jeff,
live, by the way. Lost Profits.
yeah, the Jeff Hardy promo video to that.
Rooftops. It is a fucking good video. Let's not.
And I was like mesmerized by how cool this music video was as well. And I was like, yeah. And then the Randy Orton one right after it, I was like, I need to do this. I need to do this. And then I started dicking around on the trampoline with my mates because, you know, you got to, won't you?
Don't try at home. You're going to try at home.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen.
I hit a killer RKO, man. Like, yeah. And then a couple of years went by of just being a massive, massive wrestling fan. The Limewire days were truly over. I was actually watching, like, you know, TNA. I was watching whatever WWE I could watch, mainly on YouTube because I was poor and, like, I didn't have Sky. And the WWE Network was not a thing at the time.
No. So you still have to rely on, like, DVDs and someone, they'll be able to, like, get it for you or whatever.
Yeah, I'd dip into CEX. I'd save up my dinner money and I'd dip into CEX. And I'd be like, yo. And I'd just buy like a load of DVDs, like dead cheap.
Yeah.
Sit and watch them all.
Oh,
and then,
man, just quickly about CX, did it not bug you? I don't know if you still shop there or not. When like you buy like a DVD and it's so scratched that it barely works. Like it still works, but I'm one of those people, like if I see like a scratched DVD, it bugs the fuck out of me. I just had to mention that.
I've got PTSD to the rise and fall of ECW, man. That was scratched to shit. Oh my God, like the amount of times I was like, come on, man, you got to fucking play. Come on. And then eventually it played and I was like, yeah. Also, I've lifted my arms. I feel like I need to mention that I'm half tanned and half not. Because if I tan my face, it just goes way too dark.
Yeah.
And I didn't want anyone to think that I was, try and cancel me for anything. So I figured I'd leave my face white and just tan my body.
I would have let you off, to be fair, but you know what people are like. There's a meaning behind that. We know what he's doing,
bro. It's so honestly, man. Like it goes so dark until I shower it off the next day because I've got a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to risk it, to be honest. Right. Anyway,
I see it, but now you've mentioned it, I do see it now. Just purely because you've mentioned it.
Tanned arms, tan body.
That's just you showing off as well, isn't it? It's like, oh, got tan arms.
Little bit. As soon as I lifted my arms up, I was like, oh shit, my ego's got the better of me again.
Can you imagine you giving direction to someone? It's like, yeah, it's over there.
Oh, dude, honestly, man. Now and then I do that, and I hate it because I'm not even in that good shape.
Yeah,
like, I'm in okay shape at best. But for me, this is the best I've ever looked. So, you know, the inner fat kid always comes out. You know, like when you realise you're looking okay, and you're like,
yeah.
What was I saying, man? I've gone off on such a tangent.
We was talking about CX, tag, Jeff Hardy, the match of all. Basically, that's when you kind of know the promo with. Mentioned. Such a shame what he did. It was fucking disgusting. But so then you're like, oh, actually, I want to do this. You know, I can. If they can do that, they've got me hooked. And when, so where and when did you begin your training?
Okay, so I saw an advert in a newspaper for AEW, and it was a show that I was watching, like just going as a fan, and I thought it was awesome. And then I turned up there, was met by Kevin O'Neill, and I went in with my mum. I signed my little waiver thing because I was only 14, and my training began, and I was definitely thrown in at the deep end.
Yeah.
And I was just so ready. Like I was just so excited, and luckily I was quite an athletic junker, so like rolls and that was just second nature to me. Yeah, like, and then my second session, in walks Tyler Bate.
Oh wow!
And I am not like he was the same age as me. Probably the most naturally talented person I think I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that good.
Like, yeah, man. What took me like 10 years he managed to be that good in like 3 months. And yeah,
He is
like I was,
exceptional. He is
dude,
really, really,
I
really
was
good.
not a natural to this at all. I was dog shit for a really long time.
Mm.
And then eventually things started clicking. So yeah, I started like me and him had like a little bit of a we used to like we used to train together like every week.
Mm.
And we had a little shitty last man standing match with foil trays as well because we were both so young and we thought it was really cool. It was a giggle, man. Like looking back on it, it's hilarious.
Are you happy to see his success though, like where he is now?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
it's so cool. And it couldn't happen to like a nicer dude as well. Like he's always been like so humble and so nice and just a pleasant dude. So down to earth. So yeah, I'm very happy to see where he is. And hopefully I'll catch him up in another 10 years. We'll see.
I think you'll be there. Like I've like some of your work, like, especially this year. Like just like
Yeah.
it's quality, man. And I'm not just saying it because you're a guest and I've got hay fever and I just want sympathy.
Feeling sorry
But
for
like
yourself.
you are doing some quality work at the moment. Even like your primary work is top notch as well. And there is a match that I actually saw it was like last week when we were gonna have the interview. So obviously I prep and watching your stuff. The ladder match, Black County. Country, sorry, not county. Black
is it the
Country
street fight?
Championship. Yes, sorry, the ladder's involved, but it's a street fight.
Yeah.
That was it. The Tipton street fight, to be correct.
Yeah, that's the one.
There was a bump in it that was pretty scary, man. You see the marks on your back when you go backwards to the ladder. That did not look fun. But talk me through the match in general. Like, how did you think it went, and how much pain were you in?
Based on pure emotion and pure reaction from the crowd,
Yeah,
that story built so organically that I feel like it was just perfect. Like genuinely perfect. I'm so like proud of that match. Like from the bottom of my heart, I'm so proud of it. It just felt raw and emotional. And after that big fall off the ladder, which the ladder wasn't as bad as the tailbone landing on the actual floor.
yeah.
Like the ladder sucked. The ladder sucked. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It sucked so hard.
I winced when it happened. I was like,
it was the spring off it and then arse first on the floor. And I was like, great.
Finish the match. I mean, applaud you.
Yeah, I was very glad that like at that point it was like take a rest for a minute. And then get the pop from getting back up and being a tough son bitch.
And then doing the finish.
Lee getting in my face with a cane and me just like, well, I'm dead. And then boom, like just the drama. Because it wasn't the most, like we didn't do a million things, but everything that we did, it connected hard and it meant something. And working with Lee Hunter is always an experience.
Even like the swanton to the ladder as well. But I think you've kind of nailed it in a way because I think not necessarily. I think because how wrestling has changed, and I understand that. But I think sometimes just less can be better, and allowing things to digest, and just keeping things a bit simple. You know, especially with a young audience as well.
Yeah,
you know, you can't do a million things and expect them to know everything and absorb it, but. You know, basically some of the best ladder matches. Like look at Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon.
Yeah,
I mean, awesome. Like 30 years ago, but for me, it's perfect. It still is the perfect ladder match, and it's the first. Well, not technically the first, but first mainstream ladder match. And I think that's what you guys did. I mean, I know actually it did suck for you at the end with the bump, but it was just so good. And storytelling, I think storytelling can be a bit of a lost art.
Yeah. The facial expressions it's everything for me. Like I'm not like I don't come out and I don't shout and I'm not that vocal. Like I'll shout when I need to, but the majority of how I tell my stories is through my face and through showing emotion like that. And through my eyes as well. Like you can see that I'm not bullshitting. Like you can see I mean what I'm doing and I mean what I'm saying. And every motion that I do, like I'll look for the camera to make sure they can see everything that's going on. And that's like if you rewatch the Lee Hunter match with just facial expressions in mind, like it's some of my best work, I'll be honest. Same with a match with Eric Young as well. Like it was a lot of facial expressions,
When was that? Was
And
last year, wasn't it?
yeah, last year, I believe it was April,
Hmm.
because I had a really
Oh
cool
yeah,
tour.
he was in the UK. Yeah, I actually spoke to him in person. Did an interview with him for the podcast, and that's in April.
Such a great dude.
Really nice guy.
Such a
He
good
talked
dude.
about fucking football. I was like, what, fucking Eric
Yeah,
Young.
yeah. He's an awesome guy, man. Like, and the funny thing about me and Eric was we before the match, because he backdropped me off a merch table through another merch table,
Yeah,
and I went up to him, and I was expecting to have to like really, really pitch and like really try and get him to backdrop me through that table, and he just looked at me and he went, "Absolutely." I was like, "Hmm." I was expecting to have to be like, I was expecting to have to work for this spot, and
yeah,
he was
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
like,
I'll
"Cool."
let you know in
And he was
5
like,
minutes, kid.
yeah. And then he worked with some of my mates the day before at APW, and they'd all told him that I was batshit with the stuff that I do. And he literally came up to me and he just went, "Well, they said you were fucking crazy," and I was like, "Hey."
I
I
have
felt
good
like I made
friends.
it. It was so cool. It was so cool though. It was such a cool moment, and he immediately put me at ease as well because I'd done the seminar with him before the show.
Yeah,
And he put me at ease right away, man. Like he was one of the nicest, coolest people I've ever worked with. One of the baddest motherfuckers in the ring, though. That pole driver. Wow.
wouldn't even think he's in his mid-40s. He
No,
moves so
not at
well.
all.
Brilliant. Just like he's so versatile. He can do everything. He can brawl,
Yeah.
he can technical, high flying, comedy,
Yeah.
like fucking marrying ODB and then a leader of like World Elite and then being the world champion and then a maniac. He can do everything. He's
Yeah.
so fucking good. I just don't think he still quite gets the flowers he deserves.
No. I feel like it's coming. I feel like it really is. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next, to be honest.
Oh, he's back in
Like,
WWE, isn't he? Forgot about that.
that's what I've heard, but
I don't know if it's not. Oh, it's not actually confirmed yet.
I've got no idea.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen any confirmation or seen him in any pull aparts, with the brawls. They get all the agents out there. It's like, oh, it's fucking Fit Finlay.
Yeah. Legit, mate. I love Finlay. So
man,
good.
Finley's fucking quality. Here's Finlay. I'm not even going to attempt an Irish accent, especially with this fucking hay fever.
I
don't want to lose any more followers. I'm going to thank you, by the way. So I said to you privately before recording, thank you for introducing me. You're not going to say to State Champs. So it's a band, especially the song you used it for one of your matches in a music video that you uploaded on your Instagram. All you are is history.
Amazing.
Fucking still in my head. Love it. Brilliant. But I've been listening to more of the stuff anyway as well since. But is there any other bands, not just me, but the listeners out there? Because I feel like you've got good taste. I can see the Metallica t-shirt there. Any bands you can specifically, depending on what mood you're in today, even that you would like to recommend or think, I don't think they get enough love.
See, this is man.
Proper spot, isn't it? It's nice to
Yeah.
just talk about this, It's nice to
Legit. I know that the last song I listened to was Ariel's System of a Down. That was the last song I listened to. But my playlist is so diverse, like it's a little bit of everything. I'm trying to think. I'm recording with my phone, so I can't even scroll through my Apple.
Mate, last song I listened to was Ellie Golden.
Ellie Golden is wonderful.
Hello there. I've got a special announcement for my next guest.
I'm Luigi Primo, and I'm going to be appearing on the What Do You Call It? A podcast. I'll make a best of it.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for bombing that question because
no, that's cool, man. It's kind of hard to specifically answer it, isn't it? It's just depends what mood I'm in, who I've listened to, or who I've seen, or whatever. A lot of music I can just kind of translate to your mood.
Yeah, a lot of what I listen to is like covers as well. There's a guy called Jonathan Young, and he does a lot of covers, like old songs, like Disney songs, like all rock covers, and they're pretty hype. Like
I do like that with I can't remember who does it. I don't think that's not the name, but it's like there's some band out there, and they'll do like Disney songs, but in a rock version or like heavy metal.
Yeah,
like Hercules or Tarzan. Just like
yeah,
fucking amazing. I love it.
Jonathan Young, Halocene as well. They do a lot of covers. They're really cool. The Animal in Me. It's all coming back to me now. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there because I've gone blank again. There's just
Probably
so
going to
much
wormhole as well with this, and I think it'll probably mess with me like tomorrow. Okay, so here's the bands.
Yeah, I'll drop you a list. I'll send you a screenshot of my my Apple Music.
Yeah,
And
no,
you just
do that, man. Do that. I'm going to ask you one last question. It's a fun question. This doesn't have to be wrestling related. It can be. It's up to you. You're the host. Voice is going, so it's good timing. 3 dream dinner guests for your dream party. Past or present, dead or alive, fiction, non-fictional. It can be anyone you want there. 3 people. I want a reason as to why you want them there. Doesn't have to be long-winded, but just a simple reason why you want them there. Can even be your neighbour. Up to you.
It won't be my neighbour. Frick.
Would it be a Rey Mysterio guy?
Do you know what? Right. Honestly, I think that would be really funny.
Just see where you are now. I think that would actually be quite interesting.
Try and ruin my dinner party again, dickhead. Sit down.
I really hope this gets to a wider audience and he somehow comes across this. I really do.
I think I might just send it to him.
Oh, so you are still in contact with him? That's fucking quality.
I'm not in contact with him, but I will find him.
Oh, but you know who he is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll find him on social media and I'll send him and I'll be like,
imagine if he's actually grown up, he's got like a family and kids now, or he is actually still a knob.
I reckon he's still sitting in that science classroom being a knobhead.
I'd be a bit worried if he's still in the class now still.
Same blazer and tie and that, just sat there being a prick.
So we've got Rey Mysterio, guys, the number 1 guest.
Yeah, he's there. Oh, do you know what though? If I could pick anyone, why would I pick somebody to disrupt it? But then it keeps it interesting. No, because if I want a guy to disrupt it, I want Ricky Gervais there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I want somebody that's going to sit there and just argue the toss with me about everything, but still seem likable.
Yeah. I think you and Ricky Gervais have a good back and forth. I think that'd be quite interesting.
Okay. Oh, Russell Brand as well. I want Russell Brand.
I'm not a big fan of him. Like, each to their own, but I just don't find him very funny. I think it's really annoying. I like to get into the Greek. I thought that was a very funny film.
Yeah.
Take that away. Maybe forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's the one, yeah. I don't really like him in anything. I hate him on Big Brother as the host, and him is stand up, if you call it that. And just him Mr. Political now. I think he's a knob. That's just my opinion.
Okay. All right. I feel like I need a wrestler there as well. Ricky Gervais is there, definitely, 100%, because we need a bit of chaos. We need somebody that's going to just disagree.
You can still have Russell Brand. It's your party, mate. You just wouldn't get a phone call from me.
I just feel like Russell Brand would be great, but I want pre-sober Russell Brand. Like, I want the loose cannon. Like, fucking Brian Pillman. I want Brian Pillman there.
Brian Pillman, Russell Brand, and Ricky Gervais. I know has been said, and Brian Pillman, I actually believe has not been said. Ricky Gervais, might be one of 2 people said that, but the other 2, that's crazy.
Okay, Brian Pillman is definite, right? Because he's literally one of my favorites.
He's so good. His stuff has aged really well.
Yeah, like his promo style and that, like it's just immense. So yeah, I'd have Brian Pillman so I could ask him promo advice, and I'm sure he'd do some dumb shit that'll make me laugh. Ricky Gervais, because I feel like his satire on the whole situation would be tremendous.
Yep.
I'm on the fence about Russell Brand. Like, I do like him, but I feel like I just panicked.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I just panicked and jumped on.
Kurt Cobain, did you mention him earlier? Yeah, I think he'd be boring though.
Yeah, he'd just be fucking miserable, wouldn't he?
Love Nirvana, amazing band, but yeah, you just know, just be like,
I can't have Kurt Cobain because he'll call me out because he'll be sat there with a cigarette looking really cool, and I'll be there with my douche fluid. Like,
you sold out.
I'll get Post Malone.
Fair play. Did not expect that one. Did not. I like Post Malone.
I really, really like Post Malone.
I like him as a person more than his music though. Like in interviews, he comes across so
nice.
Genuinely really well. Like I
Yeah.
liked him on People Just Do Nothing. Not the actual series, but he actually meets up with them. It's on YouTube, and it's just so fucking laid back and just so cool and chilled. And he's not. You can tell he's not faking it.
No, he's awesome, man. Like all the interviews I've seen, and to be fair, I like his music too, like a hell of a lot. I feel like again, he's like his live performances, they're all based solely on like emotion.
Hello there. I've got a special announcement from my next guest.
My name's the Machine Bryce Maddox, and I will be appearing on the What Do You Call It podcast.
Yeah, we just took a quick break then. CJ was talking about Post Malone and the reason why he wanted him at his dream party. So he's actually replaced Russell Brand. It's a weird sentence to say that.
It has, yeah, because I feel like Post Malone will be a lot more. It'll bring a lot more chilled vibes.
Yeah,
and you know,
a lot of Bud Light and weed, but that's not a bad thing. So, damn it, show. No. Actually, no, it's not. I can swear it's my fucking show.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. It's all chill. It's all chill.
Okay. But no, that's cool. Man. That's cool. So Post Malone, I was about to say Russell Brand then, but no, he can fuck off. Ricky Gervais. Who was the fucking third one you wanted?
Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman, the loose cannon. Yes. Good choice. I feel that kind of reflects you as well, those choices, in my opinion, just how it beats you for the last, I don't know, hour or so. But no, good choices. Good choices. So, CJ.
I feel like... I feel like, so with the three of them, you've got Brian Pillman, who's the wrestler. I can pick his brain for promos.
Yeah.
You've got the cool rock star vibe of Post Malone. And then you've got the satire of Ricky Gervais. Like, I feel like that's yeah.
Who do you think Ricky Gervais would rip into the most?
See, I think it'd be Post, because I think if he ripped into Brian Pillman, he might actually bite his nose off. So, just to be on the safe side, I'd say Post.
Yeah.
Because Post is going to go, ha 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 ha. Brian Pillman's going to be like, shut the fuck up.
And as you're a fellow Brit as well, I think he probably would go easy on you. But I think with Post Malone,
am I an option for the ripping?
You're the host, so you are going to be there. But I feel like you'd be honoured to be insulted by Ricky Gervais.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Can I just shake your hand?
Yeah, like, you know, I just wanted to make you a nice meal, and you. I was going to say the C word then. I was going to be like, you're calling me.
So I
didn't. I stopped myself.
Basically, each episode I do, mostly with the British talent. Before recording, I say, look, you can swear, it's fine, but just don't say CUNT. See you next Tuesday. If you can't spell, you know, it rhymes with hunt. And CJ just nearly slipped in because YouTube just doesn't like that word. So
very close, but I didn't. That was impressive. That was, because I have never not dropped a C-bomb in my life. So
it's so natural though, isn't it? It's just for me, I say it a lot, especially like football and stuff. I'm just fucking relentless with it.
Like, if there wasn't so many of them around, maybe I would say it a lot less.
I was so tempted to just ask you, like, can you just name a few? But I don't get myself in trouble. And I probably had them on before.
In all fairness, wrestling's been great, to be honest. Yeah. It's just life.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that one, man. I don't. And I think that's just kind of character building, isn't it? You just kind of get on with it and just see how much they can test your patience.
They're going sub by earlier. CUNT. So he prepared my rap. Yeah, I'm a hungry boy, right?
Yeah.
And I have never been a diva in like a food situation in my life, but I asked for a little bit of light mayo. He literally just went, and I was like, "Oh God!"
What part of that is light?
I didn't say anything. I was like, "Cool, no stress. I will deal with this. I'm an adult." And then they wrote on it double meat in biro, and they wrapped it, and they toasted my wrap, and I opened my wrap, and it had fucking double meat in biro embedded on it. I was like, bruv, there's literally pen on my food. Like, can we sort this out?
At least, please. or did you just?
I asked for a new one, and
Did they at least give it to you?
Yeah, and without
That's
question. And my mate opened his, and his said double meat on it too, and I was just like,
"Fucking hell!" First day in the job, is it?
no, it was multiple people. So, like one did one did the other, and they both managed to write double meat on my wrap and my mate's wrap.
Where is this Subway, by the way? I'm not asking for names, but where is this Subway?
It was near Tewkesbury.
I feel like we're gonna make the Subway quite famous.
No, it was Cirencester. It was Cirencester.
Cirencester Subway.
Cirencester, yeah. The town, you won't know. I mean, no.
I was gonna say, no, mate.
I didn't know Cirencester until I was there. It's the one. There's like a Tesco opposite. There's a Subway right on the corner. If you're in Cirencester, just go Greg's, man.
You can't miss it, can you? If it's in the high street.
I'm just, I'd avoid.
Part of me wants to go all the way there and then just do this, but I don't think I can justify it.
I feel like they're so used to writing on people's food that they could not do it, and you could go with a pen of your own and write double meat on it, and they wouldn't bat an eyelid. They'd be like, "Oh, I've done it again."
I think a lot of people just kind of accept it. Like when you go to the barbers and like not the best haircut, and everything okay? Yeah, looks great. Then you get home and then you're like, I hate this. This looks awful. But you don't say fuck all into the barbers.
It's a bit late at that point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like, no, it's fine. I'll just cry at home. It's all good.
There's no reviving this trim. Like, you just accept it. You just bang some beard oil, bang whatever you can on it, and just pray.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really much hope for me at the moment. But yeah,
that's fresh though.
They get trim. Looks all right. But I'm actually it's going to waste because I'm actually staying in this weekend. But I'm supposed to be going away, but then that's not happening now. So I was like, I'm just gonna put my feet up and probably watch Black Mirror. But I'm not going to go into my weekend plans too much. But I'd like to know about your future. As we know at the end of the interview, thank you for telling me that story, by the way. Absolutely cracked me up.
Got you
back. Yeah, so tell me about your plans for the next few months. Is there any shows you'd like to promote? Any big matches that you got coming up? I know we talked about Wrestle Carnival and the big title match on the 30th of July. I think it's still there. If you want to go, check out Wrestle Carnival and maybe see CJ win the title and smoke a cigar.
I really hope so, because I really want that cigar. And if I lose, I ain't smoking it.
Yeah, you can bring it with you to the show, aren't you?
I don't deserve it if I don't win the title.
That's fine. You can just get one of those, what they call the clicky fags instead, which is like the menthol ones.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I deserve B&H duel. That's what I deserve if I don't win.
Man, no one deserves that.
I will only as an actual smoke. I will only smoke cigars.
Yeah,
not to be cool, just because I enjoy them. Grow up, but yeah, I don't care. They're cool. They're not.
I
cool.
don't really enjoy
make
them
me
much,
happy.
but I have them I like seeing. I'm just like, yeah. I think I'm like a fucking gangster, but I actually look like a wanker. I'm doing them.
Shout out Cigar Man Daz on Instagram. Everyone drop him a follow. He's a sick guy. Best cigars around.
I have a little proud of that because there we go. I've got that down. Right, he's got a lot of followers. Cigar Man Daz, check him out.
Cigar Man Daz, my boy.
But if the fans want to find you, if they want to check you out on social media, like I referred to about your tattoo, obviously when teased at the moment, but if they want to see not just your tattoo, but your highlights, obviously you might get other people into cool bands like you did with me.
Yeah, this is true.
On social media.
Okay, so we're recording this on my phone, right? And I think on Instagram it's CJ_Rawlings97. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is it?
DJ_Rawlings97 on Instagram.
Oh,
so
amazing.
it's a new page, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I hate social media with a burning passion.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting nagged to get one. They were like, you'll get more reacts. And I was just like, don't care.
Okay.
You'll get more reacts. You'll get more people following you and people will want you more. Yeah, cool. Facebook's fine.
Yeah.
So on Facebook, it's CJ Rawlings, literally just CJ Rawlings. I post on there way less than I do Instagram because I've developed a real affinity for Instagram now. I've been trying to post at least one.
It's a lot easier to use, less hassle. Upload file and that's it. That's where your phone going off like 97 times on notification on Facebook and Messenger.
Yeah. Like Instagram is my thing now. Like I really, really like it. It's been a beautiful medium for me. Yeah.
So, a lot more British wrestlers tend to use Instagram a bit more than the Americans will.
Yeah, Facebook can go away.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. All that I've noticed, a lot of young British wrestlers, they all have PW at the end of their fucking name.
Wow.
Initials for pro wrestler. In case anyone wanted to work that out. And I don't know why. I'm not marking them, by the way. I'm not marking them, but I just find it quite funny.
I had my page was CJ Rawlings, professional wrestler, for ages, and then I was like, hold on a fucking minute. If they can't see my profile picture and see what I am, then I'm not a professional wrestler. I am a prick. So I changed it to just CJ Rawlings and got better pictures. So that was my kind of thought process in changing that. But also, I'm not just a wrestler. I'm a personality. I'm a cool guy. You know.
You're a funny fucker. I'll give you credit for that. I'll give you credit.
Try my best. I go off on wild tangents, and it's always I get back to the
that
point
may or may not happen today. Yeah,
only about 12 times.
Makes better content, mate. It makes great content. Not content. Content. God damn it! I'm so bad at tripping over words, man. So it's just, I think it's become like part of my charm. I like ability. Just the fact that I'm worse than Dave Meltzer when it comes to just waffling. It's the best way to put it. That's the best way. And I'm just doing it now. CJ, thank you for coming on. Much appreciated.
Thank you. It's been real.
Oh, mate, it's been quality. It's nice to just not just have it just be like a job interview and just have to treat like wrestling. It's nice to take a break. I can imagine being for you.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this interview, man. It's been great. So thank you for having me on.
No worries, man. No worries. If you can also give CJ a follow, I will put the social media handles in the description below in case you missed it just about 2-3 minutes ago. I know you guys are like out there. But if you can also follow me on my social media handles in the description below, that'd be brilliant. Like this video, subscribe to the account. I do actually have more content coming out this weekend, and you can find out what I do have planned on my social media handles in the description below. Give them a follow. But for now, everyone, have a good weekend. Yeah. You just had to show off the arms, didn't you? The tanned arms.
One more time, mate. One more time. I couldn't help.
Hello there. I've got a special announcement from my next guest.
Hello there. I'm the unpredictable CJ Rawlings, and I am going to be on What Do You Call It podcast. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I heard.